And welcome back to another video. Today's video is only going to be featuring Copic coloring, but not the kind of coloring that I normally do. This is just coloring backgrounds, and it's been quite requested recently, which is why I thought I'd pop a little one up here. This background, as you can see that I'm doing here, is super simple. You just take your Copic markers or whatever markers you have, and you just draw fat lines of color, and then you blend them in, and that's it. Yeah, it's super simple. This is something that is just, like I said, so simple, but creates such a splash. And you can create as many backgrounds as you want with whatever colors you want. I've done rainbows, I've done yellows, pinks, teals, blues, of course, duh. And here you can see some of the examples of other backgrounds I've made. I thought I'd do another one in a slightly more a slowed down version, because the time lapse, it does kind of just, yeah, it's very fast for a reason. So get your markers ready, and I tend to just, on a little piece of scrap paper, just check the colors that they work together, because you don't want to have like any weird surprises when you're actually coloring. So you want to, if you're doing like me, I'm going to go from dark at the top and dark at the bottom, and then it's going to go lighter, 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 and in the middle it's going to be very, very light. You can do just dark to light, or whichever one you want to go. But what I'm doing here is really saturating the paper with my darkest color. So we're just gonna do back and forth, back and forth. This is something that I do when I'm like watching something, or I'm just kind of a little bit low on mojo, but I wanna get some coloring in anyway. So we're speeding this up a little bit now, but it's still not gonna be super hyperlapsed. So you're still gonna see each color being added and how they sort of blend in. And it is a good idea to also, when you're checking your markers, to put them in the right order so you don't get any weird surprises along the way. And if you're really smart, you will write down the numbers. So if you like the result, then you will have this for future reference as well. You might have noticed in the pink one, I had a little slip of paper onto the side with all the numbers of the markers that I used. Then I have gone back in and marked off the ones that are very dry and I need to get re-inkers for. So that's what the ticking off the list was all about. But these yellows are luckily very nice and saturated, I think, except for maybe that one. Yeah, so probably need to get a re-inker for that one as well. And if your markers are dry, you are going to want to do re-inking before you start doing this. So yeah, make sure you check all your markers first. But as I said, there's really nothing to it. You just work your colors up and down until you get the coverage you want. And of course you can do just very, very light one, or you can do very, very dark. Now if you don't want the coloring to be bleeding through to your card base, you're going to want to do this on a separate panel and then add that to a card base. But this one, all of my recent ones actually, I have done directly as card bases, and I'm just going to kind of forget that the bleeding, there will inevitably be some bleeding when you saturate a card stock like this. I'm just going to kind of be like, it is handmade card after all, so people can't expect it to not show. So that's the yellow one finished, and then I'm going to go in with my darkest color again, and just on the top folder just draw in or cover up the white so that it is completely covered. And that's the yellow one done. Now this one and the other ones, I am actually going to turn into cards right away. Nothing fancy, but I have some new goodies from the stamp market, and one of these is a fabulous background stamp called Thanks, and with my nice pretty new MISTI from this is the Hero Arts and My Sweet Petunia collaboration MISTI. I'm going to put my cardstock in, And I also have a little bit of adhesive, removable adhesive inside. So even with my magnet bar thing and the post-it tape, it just has a little bit of extra security. And then we're gonna pop this right over. And you might have noticed that I really went to town with my anti-static tool. And then the Wow embossing pad is coming out, and we're gonna make sure that this stamp is very, very well covered. And up and up and up and down. There we go. We're gonna rub-a-dub-a-dub that in. And then this, I contemplated doing gold embossing pad, but then I thought, well, white is kind of probably better. I mean, I like white. I can't lie. I really, really like white embossing, so we're gonna go with white. And then out comes the heat gun, and we're gonna set this, and then we're gonna do the rest of them. But yeah, look at that. And then once all the heat, the melting with the heat gun is done, and this is cooled down, you can then just give it a little bit of a wipe with a dry towel or just your hand to get rid of that anti-static tool and bring your background to life again. There we go. You know, I think that red one might have looked really cool with black, actually. And this one could maybe be cool with silver or platinum. So many options, so many choices. So yeah, this is something that I do quite often. But anyway, I hope you liked it, and we'll give it a try yourself. Thanks for stopping by today. Bye bye now.